Hi, it's Elizabeth Oshodi again. Actually, I just woke up getting ready, of course, as usual, for work. And then I searched on the Facebook pages and I saw MC Chaz's video. That was the first one I saw. And going further down, I saw my brother, loving brother, Segungele's video. And it's all in response to Aso Ebi. Aso Ebi is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. What happens in life to everybody happens at different degrees at different times. What I'm wearing right now is an Aso Ebi from, if I'm right, 5, 6 years or beyond ago. Would I do it now? Maybe yes, maybe no. See, in life, we find ourselves in situations that we need to make choices on. And it depends on what is more important. And if you work with people that are older than you tend to find wisdom in their hands. I have a big sis that told me, Diola, I used to buy a lot of gold and a lot of this and a lot of that. And over the years, the ones that got lost, the ones that people borrowed in return, the ones that got stolen. And I said, why don't you replace those things? And she said, that was a different time. Life is always about advancement and changes. We're different. But in our difference, the world has now given us globalization, which means that oftentimes what happens in one country or in a certain tribe or system tends to occur in another, might be to a different extent or degree. So I said that because my brother Segun stated in his video on the Aso Ebi that my Igbo people, when they do something, they blow it out of proportion. It's a universal world right now. Everybody will indulge themselves to their, to their utmost extent of their capability and sometimes even beyond. See, the problem is extending yourself beyond your capability. When I talk about Aso Ebi, it's here to stay. I'm Yoruba. Up till I came here to the United States in 1996, I was barely 28 years old. I never took an Aso Ebi, and my whole family know I'm not an Aso Ebi person. Yet, my best friend and sister tends to do Aso Ebi. It's her choice. It's about life. When we see things that can work for people, as bloggers, and as people that God has selected to say the things that we see, but always has to be in love though, we have to tend to know that the word ALL tends to show a little bit of her immaturity. There is nothing like all Yorubas or all Igbos or all Hausas or all whites or all blacks. No, there is nothing in this world that we live in. That is why it's called a global village. Everybody tends to mimic everybody's behaviors. Everybody tends to mimic things that work for them. Does it work for you? If it works for you, I personally have turned down a lot of Aso Ebis because I've not been able to. I didn't work for a year when my son passed. I'm in a different place now. I'm a different person now. When life occurs to you as an individual, you have to learn to grow with that. But see, the thing about experience too is that you will always fail the exam or the test. It's better to look around you and see how the people that are making it financially are making it. If people are rich, does not mean they can't do Aso Ebi. If people are poor, does not mean they can't do Aso Ebi. It's a matter of, can I afford to do Aso Ebi? Aso Ebi is, provides us with a sense of identification. If my best friend wants to have something, even my best friend here, Dabira, when she had a birthday, ask her. She volunteered to give me outfits and all that. And I said, no, I can't afford it, Dabira. I'm in a different place. David was even alive then, but I couldn't afford it. I was in school. I was overwhelmed. I had to pay my children's school fees. I know when to say no. Did that mean I couldn't go to the party? I went to the party, and that was one of the days I knew I was bold. Because in all that hall, everybody wore a certain theme of color. I was the only lady wearing white. When things occur to you, you have to mark those days. And those days are days that you will put in your cap as a feather of, I know that I am me. You have to learn to separate yourself. People have taken Aso Ebi with the same chains, the same shoes, the same bag. You cannot stop those things. We may get away with certain things here, but when you get home, there are certain expectations. Yet within those expectations, we should be able to say, Biko, Ejo, I can't afford to do this. What we're talking about is not Aso Ebi. That is the same thing as Macy's for some people. People go to Macy's, they max out their credit cards. People drive cars that are bigger than them. It's always about living beyond your means. When I talk about Aso Ebi, I talk from the point of realistic living. It is beautiful. I've been to halls where 400-500 people wear the same thing. It's glorious. It's beautiful. And that is here to stay. But outside of being in a crowd, you separate yourself. Is it what you can afford? It's about affordability. It's about accountability. It's about responsibility. It's not Aso Ebi. Okay? It's about life, living, your finances. You go to Macy's and buy Michael Kors for $350 out of your house rent that is $1,500. Now you're short $350. Now, is that not the same thing the Aso Ebi would have done for you? So it's not about Aso Ebi. When I look at life, I like to look at it from a round table. It's always about a 3D vision for me. Aso Ebi, it's about identification. It's about saying, this is my person, this is my friend, but the language you speak may be different from mine. Still, we have to learn to be responsible about our finances. So, Aso Ebi or no Aso Ebi, it's about life. Let us live right. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you mean to me. Because see, if you mean so much to me and I cannot do without you, Aso Ebi, that meant because you were helpful to try to get my life on track. Now, you will not gain anything by coming back to have me pay you back by derailing my life and taking out of the finances that will now expose me to things. That's why you hear crazy things. You hear so much crazy things about Houston. This one's husband is sleeping with this one's wife. This one's wife is sleeping with this one's husband. That one has a star that's sleeping with 3 men. You are going to have to do that. If you don't manage your finances, the survivor skill in you will make you jump on the wrong wagon, will make you make the wrong decision, will make you miss your calling. So, I always say that I am here for good. I am here to put in the little bit that God has enabled me in the way that things work. So today, as I settle or as I contribute to my honorable bloggers, MC, Chaz, and my beautiful brother, good-looking, handsome, kind brother, Segungele, I say, I stand in the middle and I provide peace. So it's about your finances. It's not from where you are or who you are or what color you are or what height you are. It's a global world now. What the Yorubas do, the Igbos do. You just haven't been amongst Yoruba girls that are really, I have them, my aunties, and acts of respect to you. It's not about what we do. It's about can we afford to do at that time, at that place, for that purpose. So if you have Aso Ebi and I don't buy today, maybe tomorrow I'll be up to buying. But you have to be very, very close to me. Even with the geles, I have people here in Houston that are so classy. They walk into your party and you have to bow. And they buy the gele for $5 and sell it for $45. That is always been. It has always been. When somebody wants to have a party and they have a vision of a grand party, they tend to do those things to help them contribute towards the party. I don't want to say it's an indirect charge for your presence, but it's just a way of saying, I'm not begging you to give me money, but you can help me towards this party. I really would have rather not done that. I did have a party. I had my 40th here and barista played. Would I do the same thing over again? No, I wouldn't. Because looking at it back now, I'm going to be 49 in September. I walked away with nothing. Fame. Nothing but fame. And it has done nothing for me. People are open for businesses. The musicians are open. The clothing stores are open. Macy's is open. Marks and Spencer is open. Gucci store is open. Everybody is open for business. So it is up to you. It is your duty to protect your pocket. It is your duty to provide for your family. It is your duty, above all, to protect your sanity, to protect your integrity, You have to protect your integrity. It does not make sense that I buy an Aso Ebi today and I have to call up my uncle to give me $100 towards my rent tomorrow. Those things just don't hugger well. We don't have to do because others do. We don't have to do because we want to belong. It doesn't matter how much you belong. The only one thing that I know my people are good for is they will help you bury a dead. If you never lose a child, your mother dies, your father dies, they come out in droves. And after that, it's over. You are responsible for yourself. You are responsible for your finances. You are responsible for your dignity and your sanity. You have kids. You have kids right now that are in high school still. You're all over town doing Aso Ebi. My brother, my sister. It doesn't work like that. You have to plan in advance. We have an advantage over the people that are home. We have seen the way the white man works. They don't just get up and say, I'm going to use my credit card to go on vacation. They say, I'm planning towards a vacation. Sometimes it takes a year. Sometimes it takes 2 years. We have to learn to think right now. And I did say it in my other video too. The economy is different. Wake up, my brothers and sisters. The economy is different. We're in a very perilous time. We have to be wise with what we do. So I'm not just specifically talking about Aso Ebi. I'm talking about your finances, your wisdom towards your finances, your respect, your packaging of how you want people to see you. I've seen people send Aso Ebi to me here. Don't worry, Elizabeth, I know you're broke. When you can pay me back later, I say pay you back later. Where I come from, that is totally unacceptable. How can I sew something, wear it, dance before the elere, and spray, and I know I've not paid for it? That is totally unacceptable. My people, we come here to America to make something of ourselves. If you get home, as much as people are talking that they're suffering, I guess it's the class of people you come out from. The people that I know in Nigeria, half are suffering, half are not. The people that are not suffering, you need to check out their homes. You need to check out their kids. I know. Of course, one jolly. Some of them still. But some of them are hardworking. Regardless, it's always about you. Me, moi. I'm always going to be the first one. If people stress me, call me too much, and I can't help, and they keep speaking in my ears, I shut down the phone. I can call you 3 weeks later and say, I'm sorry, alright? Baba, because the first thing I have to do is protect my sanity. If I go